Hey guys, I'm Zach. I talk about movies every week and I'm going to dive into my thoughts about the movie Him. At one point I whispered to myself, stop. After Marlon Wayans' 10th monologue, I couldn't take it anymore. And I also need movie studios to stop doing this, just the rinse and repeat of popular films and trying to add a different sport, religion, or culture to it without adding any substance to it. This movie is so much style over substance, and it makes the film feel like it's 10 years way too late. And the big selling point here is that Jordan Peele is producing the film. I'm a big fan of the movie he produced with Monkey Man. I love that movie, but Candyman was kind of and a lot of people are excited for anything he attaches himself to. But let's be clear, he just produces it. He doesn't direct it, he doesn't write it, doesn't seem like he has any full creative control over what the actual final product was going to be. And you can feel that the sharp commentary that you usually get from his films or the layered storytelling are not here at all. And then there's Marlon Wayans. I joked about his 10th monologue a little earlier, but to respect to him, he gives it his all. This is him giving his most bold, dramatic swing yet. This isn't his usual really loud screaming comedy shtick that he does. And if you've seen Requiem for a Dream, you know he can act. And here he brings a lot of charisma to Isaiah White, on the verge retiring football legend who brings in a mentee in Cameron. And Cameron is played by Tyriq Withers, and their chemistry is what really holds the first half of this film together. When I heard all the bad reviews for this movie before I went to see it, when I got into the first half of the movie, I was like, oh, what are everybody talking about? This is pretty enjoyable. It looks great. The music is really, really dope. The acting has been really great, and they have introduced a lot of intriguing things. But
yeah, they had us the first half, I'm not gonna lie.
Then Isaiah unravels. Instead of a grounded menace, which it felt like they were going for in the beginning of the movie, it's deranged just for deranged sake. He's shouting 1 minute, whispering the next, licking a gun barrel and then pointing it to your head. It doesn't feel like a character. It feels like he's acting crazy. And a part of that is not Marlon Wayans' fault. He did the best he could do by elevating a very paper-thin script. Please, studios, stop giving great actors an opportunity to show their range and then not giving them the material to do it. And here's the film's biggest problem. It never knows what it actually wants to be. Is it a horror film? Is it psychological horror movie thriller? Is it a satire, or is it a mix of all? And if it is, it doesn't mix well. It never really picks a lane, and it clearly wants to be the next Midsommar or Hereditary or films in that vein. But we've seen movies copy those formulas over and over and over since 2018, and Him unfortunately adds nothing new to it. There's nothing here that we haven't seen before, and they had a very big opportunity to do so. And yes, the cinematography is slick. What you see in the trailer is what you get in the film, and it looks awesome. Does the music slap? Yeah, there's some good tracks in here that had me bobbing my head. Either are used in the most important moments. It's eye candy without any substance. And I gotta say, that is the biggest fumble here that this movie does. It had so many things on its mind that it introduces in the first half of the film and then completely abandons them. The exploitation of young athletes, crooked doctors drugging players, the sexual temptation and dangers of fame, toxic fandom that become violent, and when your idol suddenly becomes your rival. All of this is set up, but none of it's explored. It could have been really a fun and sharp commentary on what it means to be an athlete, be a black athlete at that, and all the pressures that come with that. And toxic masculinity when it comes to sports culture and how that affects people. All these things, you can see a little bit of it here, but it's just touched on the surface and never dives deeper. And the pacing of the film is brutal. The way the movie plays out makes the film feel a lot longer than it actually is. The first half, really great chemistry between the mentor and the mentee, cool visuals, great sound, some really tense moments that they build up. But once the second half comes, it takes an absolute nosedive. Scenes build up with tension and mount to nothing, feels little drops of a little scares that you're supposed to get here, but I was never thrilled or scared at any of those moments. It ends up feeling like a bunch of disconnected set pieces that don't feel satisfying in the moment, and then they kind of just move on like the thing that happened before wasn't a really weird, crazy thing. And moments that should shock you leave you confused. And not in the fun where you're like, what did I just watch? No, in the kind of like, why did you think this was a good idea kind of way. Even Tyriq Withers, who is solid throughout this film, is written to react like none of this stuff matters. Gun in his face one moment, chill the next, trauma is ignored, and stakes are non-existent. And by the third act, which is supposed to be this crazy, audacious thing, it completely unravels. So is this movie worth seeing in theaters? Honestly, no. If you're really, really interested in it, I would say go check it out when it gets to streaming, or if you want to rent the film. It's not scary. It's not thrilling. It's not even so bad it's good. It's just merely really mediocre. I really can't tell anyone to waste a ticket to go check this out, despite I wanted this movie to do so well because of the representation in the film, and a film of this nature that we haven't really got for black actors and writers and directors. But the excellence here is just missing. So with that said, I'm going to give him a D. And the question of the day is, what is a movie that you saw that swung real big but dropped the ball completely despite the big creative risk? Drop your answers down below and let me know. And you can watch more of my reviews right here. I have one for The Long Walk, one for Demon Slayer, and I have a live stream that I did where I did spoiler talks on both of them. So you can watch that content and more right now.